chiropractor Chad Zimmerman believes he can pinpoint the exact location of the Kennedy back wound with the help of x-rays and a willing stand-in.
The first step that we needed to take with this was to find somebody the same size as President Kennedy. President Kennedy had a slightly unique and slight build to him, as he was 6 foot tall and 170 pounds, which isn't as easy to find anymore.
The bullet hole in JFK's shirt is 4 inches below the bottom of the collar.
We measured an identical distance below the base of the collar in order to place a metallic marker that we could use as a reference point for taking x-rays.
With this metallic marker in place, Chad takes a preliminary x-ray with the subject standing.
Many of the critics of the Warren Commission feel that based on testimony and an autopsy photograph, that the entry point was at the level of the 3rd thoracic vertebra and in an upward direction in order to exit out of the lower portion of President Kennedy's neck. In this particular case,
this first x-ray agrees with the critics.
The point on the shirt was at a point on the spine close to the 2nd and 3rd thoracic or upper back vertebra.
However, the president was not standing with his hands at his side. He was sitting in a limousine, waving at the crowd.
Well, we're gonna get you in about the same position that President Kennedy was in. He was seated in a car, he had his elbow raised up onto the side of the car. Go ahead and put your elbow there. That's not quite high enough. Let's see if we can't raise that up just a little bit here. A little bit that way, much better, good. In a standard resting position, the clothing will be in one point. By raising the arm into a different area, the fabric will elevate.
Chad takes another x-ray to see how far the marker shifts.
The results in this case show a significant but yet somewhat expected change in the position of that metal fragment. Wearing the same shirt with the metal fragment in the same place, we see a difference in the height of the metallic fragment from the thoracic area into the very lower cervical or neck portion of the spine. This is the same point that the House Select Committee on Assassinations